I don't know about you guys, but I probably shouldn't be making a video this late. But you know what? As the great Kaiba said, screw the rules. I have money. What's up, everybody? This is JRtheJuggernaut, and I'm here bringing you a very late Pokemon Online narrated battle. Since my friend posted his side of this battle, I thought I would do the same. This is against my friend AJ, aka Jedimono8895-Me, aka the kid I like to pwn on Saturdays. True story. No, I'm just kidding. No, but this is just a good friend of mine. We had decided to have a friendly match that we could each post for our channels. We decided on an RU match, but we just kind of decided to throw some stuff together. At least I did. He sort of had a team made up already. I just really threw some shit together. Not too randomly, but just randomly enough, like I really wasn't sure what type of synergy these guys would have with one another. So yeah, we're just going to play this match right now. Okay, so my opponent's going to be leading off with a Qwilfish. I decided to lead off with my Dusknoir, knowing that I could hopefully Will-O-Wisp this thing and make this thing pretty useless, because I was going to go on a hunch that this thing was defensive, excuse me. So yeah, I use the Will-O-Wisp, pretty much cripple it, and as he sets up the first layer of Toxic Spikes. Now here I'm going to go into my Claydol, just knowing he's going to go for a second layer, knowing that because of Levitate he won't get poisoned, and I can just rapid spin the damage away. Now he knows I'm going to rapid spin, so he tries to see how much he could do with the waterfall. Doesn't do much to me since he has no attack investment and he's burned, so that's not going to be helping him. But I go for the rapid spin, get rid of the spikes, which is awesome, and now I'm going to take the opportunity to set up the Stealth Rocks, just not really sure what he's going to do. He does try to set up the Toxic Spikes again. I go for the Stealth Rocks. Now here, I don't know why he just guessed that I was going to do this, but he ends up, here, as you're going to see, he actually predicts my Earth Power and switches into his Uxie, which caught me off guard just because, one, he didn't know whether or not I carried that or the Psychic, and plus I could have easily predicted. I might have just predicted him to go for the another layer of Toxic Spikes. Either way, he sets up a Rain Dance with Uxie, and I'm just like thinking to myself, why? And then I'm like, crap, I remember now, he has a Ludicolo on his team, and I'm just like, crap. However, I figured this out in time, I predicted the switch, and I do go for the Toxic here, knowing that this is basically the best thing I can do to it at this point. There's no way I can get any kind of priority on this thing, so I figure might as well do whatever I can with my Claydol. So Toxicing, best thing I can do. I switch in my Dusknoir here. This was a mistake. I should have left in my Claydol in his fodder. It didn't matter, but I should have kept my Dusknoir in just because he could have theoretically, if I brought it in, he could have done a lot by pain splitting. Either way, I'm going to go into Sceptile. Just thinking maybe I could live an Ice Beam just without, even with Life Orb boost, but I can't, so that's really unfortunate. So now I'm just going to send in my Claydol, knowing at this point this is the only thing I wouldn't really mind getting rid of at this point, since I've already set up the Stealth Rocks. He is going to go for the Hydro Pump, doesn't miss, which is really fortunate for him. He hit both of his Hydro Pumps, but thankfully the rain's going to stop, and Life Orb plus Toxic damage is going to take him out. So now he's going to go into his Flareon, and as I go into my Archeops, and I'm just like, okay, we're going to go for the Earthquake. This should be nice. And to my surprise, this thing is Scarfed, which is really weird because most Flareons, they're just like, they try to use like the Guts ability, though then again, I'm not quite sure if that's legal. Either way, because of the defense drop and because Archeops is still okay, even with its attack cut, I am able to go for the Earthquake to take it out. He goes into Qwilfish. This was a misplay on my part. I should have gone for the Earthquake, but for some reason I thought Acrobatics would do more to this thing. Earthquake probably wouldn't have taken it out, but just to get that extra damage would have been nice. So yeah, I go for the Acrobatics. Flight Gem, even with it, still not going to do much, and he's just going to take me out the Waterfall just because Archeops' defense is lowered from its effect. Really unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay, so now the burn damage is racking up. I try to go on my Feraligatr here just to see if I can set up and potentially sweep the rest of his team. But here I'd make a really stupid play. I get greedy here, and I decide to go for a second Dragon Dance, not assuming he didn't have anything to kind of stop me. I wasn't prepared for him to use the haze, and I should have been, because I know this thing can use that, but it would have really helped to just stick with the first Dragon Dance. So now I'm just gonna stall him out while he's got that, because I know Burn's just gonna eventually take him out, and hopefully he'll just try to get some damage on me at one point instead of just constantly going for haze. I know at this point I could easily just finish it off, but I figure I really have nothing to lose from just trying to set up again. But eventually he's just going to die. I don't get my stat boost, and I just feel sad. Either way, now we're just going to go into Gastrodon. I know I should just switch out here, so I go into my Throh, my Throh. Anyone who gets that reference gets a cookie. And I'm gonna be poisoned, but thankfully, because he only has one layer of toxic spikes up, the poison isn't gonna be doing a whole lot. And I do get my guts boost here, and I decide here to set up a bulk up, because this is obviously a bulk up set with that's specially defensive. So I can make this thing a wall if I do it. Get enough bulk ups. He goes for the U-turn here and goes back into Gastrodon. I'm thinking, payback, that should do a lot, and it actually does, thankfully. It hits his Gastrodon pretty damn hard. Bulk up, with the bulk up, it's nice. I just decided to set up another one here. I figure, why not? Might not have been a good idea, because as you're going to see, I totally forgot about the rest of his team, and in that sense, I forgot that he has a Yanmega. And this Yanmega I just realized would most likely just take me out, knowing, stabbed with a super effective air slash. But so I go for the circle throw, and ironically, I actually bring it in myself. Stealth rocks are going to do a nice amount of damage to it, but unless I can live a hit from this thing, it's really not going to matter. He just goes for the protect, I guess, to ensure he can get the extra speed boost that he needs. And because he knows I'm probably not going to predict that and go for the bulk up. So now he's going to go for the air slash. Going to finish me off, even though I am specially defensive. It's a Yanmega. It's powerful. Plus he's got the life orb. So now I'm going to go into Feraligatr, and I'm basically banking on being able to live one of his attacks. He goes for the Bug Buzz, brings me down, very low. But I am going to still finish it off with an Ice Punch. And, this is my last guy, so I really need to be able to take out the rest of his team. So now he goes into Uxie. And I'm pretty much just thinking, if I can go for a Waterfall, get some flinch hacks, that would be nice. I go for one Waterfall, doesn't flinch, and he's able to go for the U-turn, but he doesn't kill me, which is awesome. And I found out, and I was pretty sure by that point that, if he's using U-turn, that's probably his only attacking move, just because he would have been much better off going for something else. He goes back into Gastrodon. I know an Ice Punch is going to take him out, so, I just go for it. So now it's ultimately going to come down to whether or not I can finish off his Uxie with a Waterfall, or if I can flinch it. I go for the Waterfall. It doesn't take him out, though, which is really unfortunate. So I'm going to die to a U-turn, and that is going to be the game. So a narrow 1-0 victory for AJ. Very nice game, man. That was a really fun battle. I really hope we can have more good battles like that in the future. I mean, that was just really close. It doesn't get much closer than that in all seriousness, just because it came down to one move. And this is essentially why I really look forward to the Sheer Force Feraligatr being released, just because, oh my god, the shenanigans that are going to happen. But yeah, so that's it for this upload. Last but not least, I'll be leaving an annotation for my previous battle, in case you guys want to check that out. And I'll also be, let's just get to it. The common question of the day is going to be just essentially, what is your favorite tier change? Is your favorite change from the most recent tier changes? Just overall. Honestly, as much as I'm happy with Golurk going to UU, I'd have to say my favorite change is definitely Crest getting removed from RU. RU has so much potential, and having Crest in there is just really unfair. So I'm glad they decided to bump it back up to UU where it belongs. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please go check out AJ. He's got some really good battles uploaded, and you can also check out his side of the battle now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out.